pasago Chantal Kumi di sua preparação na caminda para Miss Universo. RABIYA Mateo ta representante de Filipinas para o seguinte certamen de Miss Universo. Quando bo ko dosaya pasa ora conosco Kisha Albert aqui da den top 10 da Miss Philippines ta Catriona Great sunko asali Miss Universo. E pendiente para nós mirar desenvolvimento também de representante novo aqui de Filipinas. Nós vamos começar se nós temos contato com RABIYA Mateo. Miss Philippines, good morning here from us here in Curaçao. How are you doing?
Bon dia, Curaçao.
Bon dia.
It's actually evening here in the Philippines.
I can imagine. We have also with us Miss Philippines, Miss Curaçao, Chantal Witz.
Mabuhay Philippines. Hi, RABIYA. How are you?
I'm doing great. You look good.
Thank you. You
oh my
as
God,
well.
look at you.
Thank you so much.
Tell me, RABIYA, how is your preparations going on for the Miss Universe competition?
I just won 3 weeks ago. So as of the moment, I have this media exposure. But I know sooner I'm gonna start competing with the Miss Universe Philippines organization.
Awesome. Just a question, because your last name is Mateo. Do you have descendants from the Latin countries?
Yes, actually Mateo is my mother's last name.
Okay.
Because you know what happened to my mom and my dad. And the Philippines has been colonized by Spain for 300 years. So I guess somehow in my roots I have a Latin blood.
So, RABIYA, I have been reading about the flute in the Philippines, and I wondered how does this affect your country, and what do you do to help your country?
Yes, we were struck by one typhoon after another. And it's really sad, and I cannot actually celebrate my birthday. That's why I decided to have a donation drive for the victims of Typhoon Yunisit. And I just came home from Cagayan. They were really affected by the typhoon. Actually, the flood was over the size or the height of a human person, and as we went there, everyone was devastated. So I decided to become a helping hand to them.
Okay, that's
I had
amazing.
my donation drive, and I was able to deliver relief goods to those people who needed it the most.
That's amazing. That's really nice that you did that, and I hope that in the future everything goes well. And now something completely else. I've been wondering, with the large fan base that you have, I would also like to take this opportunity to say salamat po to all my Filipino followers. Thank you so much for your support and love. And mahal ko kalong lahat Philippines. And now my question to you is, how do you deal with the pressure from the big fan base? Does it motivate you? Does it scare you? How do you deal with everything?
Actually, it's really scary, and there's a lot of pressure being Miss Philippines because of that sash factor. But my mentors would always remind me that this should be a different journey compared to the former queens that we had. And as of the moment, I'm just enjoying everything because it's just going to be 1 year that I'm going to be called Miss Philippines, and I need to make the most out of this. And I'm actually excited to meet our Miss Universe sisters. And actually, Chantal, I also want to take this opportunity to thank you. You're such a nice person. Thank you so much for always giving me compliments in the social media. And I can't wait to see you in the future.
I cannot wait either. I'm very, very excited to meet everyone.
And RABIYA, let's talk a little bit about your preparation for the next competition. Can you tell us a little bit about this journey?
Yes, actually, I have already this set of mentors who will guide me in this journey, and these people have been also helping Miss Pia Back and Catriona Gray back then, and I can't wait to experience, you know, their expertise, how they will help me and mold me as Miss Philippines. But of course, I need to focus with my communication skills, because the Miss Universe organization is looking for a spokesperson, somebody who can speak for her cause. And yes, I'm very much excited. I know this is really a beautiful transformation. I still need to learn a lot of things. I still need to improve in a lot of aspects. But, you know, I'm very much excited to see and to become that phenomenal woman who's going to represent my country in the international stage.
You have also worked about community projects, isn't it?
Yes, that's true.
There was a post that you have a post about the beauty of the women. Is that true?
Yes. I think.
Ok, nós estamos mirando com nós tem tique dificuldade com comunicação, nós vamos lá. Rabia, did you hear the last question?
Okay. Come again, please.
We are talking about the beauty projects and the community project that you are working with. Can you tell us about these projects?
Yes. Actually, I'm working with Feed Me in a Video program, which tackles the poverty in my city, which is Iloilo. So what we do there is we conduct feeding program, and at the same time, we teach children how to read and write.
Oh.
Personally, I work as an educator for the graduates of physical therapists, and being with these kids, it reminds me of my humble beginnings, because I also came from a really poor family. And now it's my time to give back and to inspire them with my story, because education had transformed me into the woman that I am today. And I hope these children will have the same opportunities that I had in the past, so that they will have that life that they and their family deserve.
Yes, I agree with you. I think it's very important that we give children the opportunity and that we give back to what we have taken. But now something else. I have another question for you, and I was wondering, I know this is your first time participating in Miss Universe Philippines, your first beauty pageant, and I wondered, how do you deal with the pressure? With the pressure
It's kind of difficult, because here in the country, beauty pageants are really a big deal.
Yes,
and
I
being
know.
neophyte, it's kind of scary. And I never thought that I'm gonna win it the first time. But God is so good. God has blessed me with people who believe in me, with people who can help me. And actually, with all the pressure, I became more polished as a candidate and now as a representative of the Philippines.
That's amazing. I remember how I felt the first time I participated.
Rabia, let's talk a little bit about your national costume, because the Philippines is very known about beautiful national costume. Do you have already see the beauty of your dress, or do you have no idea about your national costume?
The plans weren't finalized yet, but I want to bring festivity from the Philippines to the international stage. So I'm thinking of Dinagyang Festival.
Okay.
From the place that I represented, Iloilo. So I wanted to be really colorful, big, but at the same time still sexy. But nothing is final yet.
Okay. And for the last question, I will give Chantal the opportunity to ask the last question. Do you have a question for Ms. Philippines?
I do. I have many more questions. I'm so excited to meet you. And I was wondering, how do you combine everything in your day? How does your day look like?
My schedule is really crazy.
Yes.
And sometimes it's really overwhelming. Especially during the first week, I would wake up 5 a.m. and I would sleep 1 a.m. and I cannot believe that my body was able to conquer the challenge. And all the, pressure that comes with the title. But it's a good pressure. I would always remind myself, and every one of us has 24 hours a day. So I choose to spend my energy and my time in the things that would make me a better person.
Yes, that's very important.
And right now I'm very much excited to say that I'm working with a lot of great people. Mentoring me with my catwalk, training me with my communication skills, and working with the things that can be squeezed out of me.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
So it's all
amazing.
about trying to balance everything.
And any message for your fans here in Curacao, RABIYA?
Yes, I heard that a lot of people from Curacao have been supporting me, and all that I can say is thank you so much for believing in me, for loving me, and actually you guys have a very beautiful and smart candidate as well, and a lot of Filipinos love Chantal. I can't wait to meet her in the Miss Universe, and who knows, maybe we're gonna be roommates.
I hope so. I really hope so. It will be so nice.
And maybe also you two will be standing together in the last part of the Miss Universe pageant. RABIYA, we will thank you so much for this interview, and we hope we will see you soon in the Miss Universe pageant.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Essa aí está a RABIYA Mateo Miss Philippines 2020. Ela conversar com o nosso rato cine diretamente fora de Filipinas. Me digo que sabe com a hora que acaba tá mais ou menos passado de 9 da noite. Então, seguro que nós com mais orgulho mesmo por conversar com Miss Philippines, onde é participante da seguro bastante forte para a seguinte eleição. Então, vamos poder escutar a conversação entre nosso representante Chantal Luiz e também Miss Philippines, que está em preparação para Miss Universo. Então, Chantal, conta-nos, vindo back cerca bom para nós clausurar a seção aqui. Que também sigue para esse aqui para Chantal? Discurso preparação.
Everything keeps continuing. There's nothing we focus on more. Like I said last time, I think it's very important that we focus on everything in the same amount. And that's why we continue working hard and we continue pushing ourselves to the max. And I think that's very important, to give us all to what we want, and focus on what I want. And that's making it to the top for Curacao.
Exato, seguro que nós com orgulho para escutar Chantal para de forma aqui, para somos nós tem seguro que nós pode tranquilo, para somos também assim é bom trabalho. Por último, Chantal, nós apontar Miss Philippines agora e tocante seu national costume. Me imaginamos que o Hopieno está pendente passar aqui com o national costume de nós Chantal Luiz. Chantal, pode ver nós uniapa chiquito de lo qual nós vamos esperar como traje nacional?
Of course, the national costume is going to be a surprise, so I'm going to keep it to myself a little bit longer. But what I can say, it's going to be about our history.
Okay.
So it's going to be amazing. I can promise you that. It's going to be amazing.
Fantástico. Chantal, é um prazer. Viaje mais para nós poder conversar com você seção aqui também e dar um espaço como representante de Kosovo para abo também poder conversar com outro representante também de país para seguir esse também de Miss Universo. Será great para nós conversar com nós, mas também é mais great ainda para nós participantes por ter a oportunidade para também conversar com outro representante de de país. Pois, awe, ato que nossa Miss Philippines, que é dependente para outro simanco, Deus que, ora que nós conversar com outra beleza de exceção aqui na caminha para Miss Universo, agradecendo que nós ouvimos de perto no comete, a senhora Aisha Maria e também Ângelo Davalhar, que sempre vai estar pendente para nós poder estar em contato com o diferente país. Banco Espaço Comercial contigo, ora que nós sabemos, nós continuar com mais, por favor. Tema ainda.